Hey everyone, Dennis here for a special report video that we're doing for Avengers 2. I'm so jealous of the man sitting to my left here, Jon Schnepp, because he got to visit the Avengers 2 set, Age of Ultron, in London. So can you give us some details? This is going to be kind of a series of videos that we're going to be doing. So can you give us some interesting details with your interview with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, my one-on-one interview with Robert Downey Jr. with 14 other people in the room was really fantastic. Yeah, it's fun to finally be able to talk about this. A lot of people know, like, I busted off to London to do this real quick thing, and it was actually to do a set visit for Avengers Age of Ultron. And why we're breaking it all up into these little mini nuggets is because there's so much that we can talk about. We can't just blow the whole thing. So, which I'd love to, but we're going to, slice and dice it. So we're going to talk about Robert Downey Jr. So talking to him was great. As you would expect, he commands the room. He's very funny. And he is Iron Man. He is Tony Stark. And I can't really ever see anyone else playing him. So imagine my surprise and excitement to hear that he's going to be in Captain America 3. And I'm sure he's going to be in Avengers 4 and 5. He's 3, 4, 5. He's going to be in Iron Man 4, 5, and 6. I mean, they won't be able to get rid of him. He's going to be like a blood-sucking, metal-covered leech. He's like, I'm Iron Leech. You can't get rid of him, you know? You just have to pay him a lot, but he's worth it. So.
And then in part of the interview, you guys asked him a lot about the script. And working with Joss Whedon and how he hadn't worked with Joss before Avengers.
Yeah, he kind of inflected that this was Age of Ultron was actually the first time that he worked with Joss Whedon because the way they shot Avengers was so compartmentalized. They basically shot scene for scene for scene for scene. And so only the scenes that Robert Downey Jr. was in with other people was when he was on set. He really just kind of popped it in and out. And so he really didn't get to know Joss. This Age of Ultron is a totally different experience. Everyone's on set. Everyone became kind of a family. And when me and all the other reporters showed up, they had been hanging out for months. They were all partying and having a good time. They had just shot this giant party scene at Stark Tower, which is now Avengers Tower. So, they had all just maybe really partied for real. And I know Robert Downey Jr. was talking about, well, I guess this sort of sets a precedent. Every time Tony Stark has a party, the place gets blown out. There's just a massive destructive party every time he decides to throw a party. Things go bad. So. And
you guys also asked him some questions about Vision. Did he reveal anything?
He
about
did,
that?
Man. He said it was an amazing thing to see Paul Bettany, to not only work with Paul Bettany, but to be in a scene with Paul Bettany, especially because they finally got to share. He got to see Jarvis, just the voice of Jarvis, not only become the embodied Vision, but also go through horrible torture of latex and the horrible torture of an amazing DP, Janice. What's his full name? Janice?
I forgot it.
Janice Jaminski or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something JJ. Let's just call him JJ, like from, the Daily Bugle. Anyway, so I mean, to see him going in, really acting, and then someone saying the light's wrong, it's just having him getting all flustered. I think Robert Downey Jr. got a special kick out of it.
Yeah, and he mentioned that he, because Paul Bettany's British, so he kind of took the British approach versus the American approach, which is like, what the hell is this? He kind of, can you please, turn down the lights by a few degrees?
Yes. I will simply ride through this and redo the scene that I just was in the middle of before you interrupted me for the 14th time. So,
and there was a slight mention of the Vision costume, having kind of almost an Iron Man look to it.
Yeah, surprisingly, I could finally talk about the Vision. He looks awesome. I mean, if you like the Vision, if you like any incarnation of the Vision, you'll be not just pleasantly surprised, you'll be blown away at how close to the original Vision this Vision looks, while still maintaining this brand new kind of retrofitted origin, so to speak, where Tony Stark is kind of in charge or responsible for the Vision. It seems that way, as far as we know. He basically has Iron Man's gauntlets and boots. It's very, very much looks like kind of a little bit of an Iron Man melding going on, along with the Vision's shoulder plates and headgear, almost you'd want to call it. Kind of has an Iron Man touch to it, which is great. yet still just screams the Vision. You got the green and the red, and the yellow. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. And then, a lot of people had speculated that Vision had come from maybe a different version of Jarvis, and that's why, they cast the same guy with the same voice.
I think those people speculated right, Dennis. Yeah, it's definitely it's from Jarvis, and they've been playing around with a lot of AI, in all the different cinematic universe portions of Marvel. So this is just the obvious next step. So I think this is an obvious next step also to the story of Tony Stark, where he's giving up the Iron Man armor, so to speak, but trying to create almost like a replacement for him. In Iron Man 3, there were all these like AI-driven suits where he could just kind of remotely, be in the Iron Man suit, though he's just sitting down somewhere. He's actually in the Iron Man suit, controlling it. So this kind of seems like the very next step. So.
And then any thoughts that RDJ had about Ultron, the character itself, and how it related towards the Avengers and Iron Man himself? Yeah,
I think he really what he said about Ultron is like basically Ultron is trying to fix the human race. And when anyone who turns evil, usually when it's a real story, it starts out good. Mm-hmm. Like with all the best intentions comes corruption. And with all the best power comes, the corruption of power. So I think that's kind of the storyline with Ultron, is basically he's created to help Tony Stark and the Avengers and ultimately the world, but in using logic in a cold and emotionless way. I think Ultron comes to a very horrible realization for us humans.
So like a Judgment Day Skynet type of thing.
Oh, some Skynet flavor is in there, only flavored by Joss Whedon, so that's extra sweet.
Okay, is there any other kind of nuggets of information that you think is pretty interesting for the viewers to find out?
Well, I think this definitely, Robert Downey Jr.'s excitement at being involved in the Avengers Age of Ultron really comes through in the way he talks about the project. And a lot of people, might be all, concerned about it, the monetary aspects and the reality aspects of him as an actor trying to get paid on a movie that made $1 billion. All I could say is he's really worth it. He is the cinematic glue of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Him and the Hulk started out together in 2008. They premiered together, and since then we have this entire gangbuster universe happening where it's a dream come true for us kid adults, where we're getting to see the Avengers, we're getting to see characters like Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and the Vision brought to life in the Marvel universe. I never thought I'd see this kind of thing happen with Hulk fighting the Thor, and it's just fantastic. So it's great to have such an amazing actor as Robert Downey Jr. portraying Tony Stark and just kind of becoming Tony Stark. It'd be really hard to see someone else take over that role. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about it, especially seeing as he's going to be in Captain America 3. But starting with Avengers Age of Ultron, just his attitude about it and the way him and Joss worked together on the script, the early parts of the script, he just felt like, hey, he nailed it. I'd add a few things here and there, but pretty much it was a go from day one. So,
all right, well, there you guys have it. Some revealing information, and we're gonna have some more of these videos in the upcoming weeks, upcoming months, as soon as they give us the green light and revealing more and more stuff. And I know you got plenty of more information and experience and things that you saw that we all wish we could have seen.
Can't talk about it yet.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us. My name's Dennis Zen, and Jon Schnepp here.
Hey, thanks for listening to us, and I think we're providing the transcripts from Robert Downey Jr. So just click on down and you can read all the flavor nuggets that Robert Downey Jr. dropped about Avengers Age of Ultron, Vision, all the different characters that he interacts with, him and Joss working together, and him being the mayor of Marvel. So,
all right, guys. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/AMC Theaters. And remember, we're going to have more of these.
Hey everyone, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.